Well, welcome to another week. This is Bob Martin, the RCSubGuy with the NautilusDryDocks.com, and this channel is all about RC submarines, so hopefully that's why you're here. We're going to be talking about what we do this week. Let's get started. So, one of the biggest things that's going on is I had the gigantic super subfast sub sale that went on over the course of the last 2 days. I had 15 things on there, and at the last minute I'm like, hey, the way it was going to work is, there would be like the minimum that I would take. I would hate myself, but that's the least I would take for it, and then people could bid up, and then whoever get the highest win it. But I put a buy it now at kind of like retail value, and I'm happy to say probably 10 out of the 15 things sold within 12 hours. It's awesome. You guys rock. But now we're frantically trying to box everything up. So that's what this morning is going to kind of look like. Once we're done with that, we're going to turn our attention to the troublesome 212. If you followed my video last week, you'll have seen we think we got most of this figured out. And a lot of it was leveraging the new radio. The batteries were all shot, so we got a brand new pair of 3 amp. Can I get in here? 3 amp lithium polymer batteries. And these should fit perfectly up front with a minimum of weight differential between them and the old nickel metal hydrides. So we'll be throwing that in, testing this out, and getting it the hell out of my shop. And other than that, Logan's going to be cleaning up the hull of ATRAGON, just because we want to show what it could potentially look like when it's all done. These files were knocked out really quick, so there's like artifacts in there. You can see there's like little ripply stuff. So it's just going to take a little bit of filler, a little bit of sanding, and then there's some weirdness going on here. So that's needs to have some filling and sanding done there as well. A lot of people are reaching out saying, "Hey, can I get those files?" Yeah, probably. But I mean, I don't feel awesome about this situation. I might need to rebuild all this in CAD and see what happens. But man, what a cool looking boat. We're going to get that painted up so you can see what it potentially look like when it's all done. But these are all of our orders that we're picking. Logan's super excited to pack boxes first thing on Monday. But we're going to get to work. See you in a bit. It's afternoon. We're actually getting ready to shut down. We did nothing fun today. You guys aren't going to like any of it. All we did was pack up orders. So we have to go to DHL. We have a UPS pickup. Hopefully he's going to pick this stuff up. We're going to take as much of this as we can with us to the shipping store so that he's not stressed. But we're running out of room in our baby SUV. And that's it. That's all we did. We just packed boxes all day. Tomorrow is back to the fun stuff. It's Tuesday, I think. Yep, Tuesday. And we're busy working here. Logan is working on some figures, doing a little washy wash. We've got primer on ATRAGON. This is why you prime, so you can see all the seams. It's too hard otherwise. I think what we're going to do, we're going to load up with like 80 grit on the palm sander and just knock all this down, make it nice and smooth, but it's looking pretty darn awesome so far. And in 1 minute, when I finish talking to you guys, we're going to do the harness for the twin batteries. And as I mentioned before, these are 3 amp 3S, and they fit perfectly in here. So if we rig them up in parallel, we're going to have 6 amps of power, which should be ample runtime for this boat. And if we've got room, we're going to install the switch again, which would be nice and handy. Not having to bust it open every time you turn it on and off. That will probably take us pretty close to when I need to leave, because I've got a doctor's appointment for a colonoscopy. That's exciting. I get to take a nap this afternoon. And then back in the shop hardcore tomorrow, hopefully. Jason will be by later in the week to do some cylinder review for our new cylinders. But today is all about just getting as much done as we can over the next little bit. Logan's got a nice to-do list for while I'm gone. That should keep him busy. And then he's going to come pick me up later in the afternoon when I'm done. The 212 lives. So we got the radio powered up. We got our twin 3-amp lithium polymer batteries hooked up in parallel, running through the remote switch, and yeah, baby. Everything is working on the bench, at least right now, kind of. So before we screw anything up, we're going to turn this off. Turn that off. And we'll see. Oh, we got time to throw this in the water. Well, it seems like the 212 is just going to kick me right in the nuts. Right, literally as we were getting ready to go outside. This switch is shot. I mean, the corner of it was down. This was working a minute ago, but when I plug it in, it goes crazy and it sends power through intermittently, and I'm not even going to plug it in because I don't want to damage the electronics, but it was absolutely screwed right up. Hopefully I have another one. Ugh. So it's a Wednesday today, all day. Yesterday was a write-off, not only for me, but for Logan, because he was forced to hang out with me. So we didn't get back until like late afternoon. So not a lot got done yesterday, including what I was trying to do is getting 212 tested. But today we have much work on the horizon. I want to get the 212 tested. I also want to drop the Gato in the water. That's the 64th scale boat that I was working on, the dry hull boat. That's all set. It's been sitting since last Friday when the guys were here to drop in the water. The other thing we're doing, we're going to bust into the EFX. We're going to put Logan's new characters in here, get this all tuned up, hopefully shipped out today. We've got another 48th. We got three, I just realized, 3 4-foot Nautilus is on the bench. We got this rather sad resin kit, and the issue with this, it was initially going to be set up for RC. The previous owner did a really bad job of setting it up, so we're just gonna knock this out as a beautiful display model, or nice display model. I mean, it's gonna have some issues with it, but the big thing is this bottom hull is warped like in like a ½ an inch. So we're going to show you guys how we fix that up, which I might just start with today as a nice, easy, slip into the day kind of thing. And then on the end of the bench, we got ATRAGON going on. It's nice and cool out, and maybe in half an hour we'll take it outside, Logan. Sand it down with the power sander. Yesterday the primer was taking a while to dry. It was a little humid, but I checked it this morning. Seems to be good. So we'll get all that done, get the last coat of primer on that, and get a boat going. Actually, almost all of this stuff will be able to go out really quick, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so we've tacked the upper and lower hull, and if you look inside what we did, and you probably can't see it. Anyhow, there's a support that runs across that pushes the lower hull out to meet the upper hull. I got one here and one here. Now, the issue that we're running into is the side keels, if you look at them, are tilted up, like up. So, and up. So what we got to do is bust out the trusty Heat-O-Matic 5000. I think the power cord is over on that side. Yep. And we're just going to heat up the upper hull right here and then push these side keels down into the proper place. Now these old resin kits take heat really, really well. So, look at that. Hold on with magnets. Cool. It should be okay. We'll glue all of this together here as well. Boy, they paid for the metal prop upgrade too. I think we'll get rid of all this because this is going to be for display. Anyhow, it's time to cook it. All right. A little more. So the side keels are solid resin. They're going to be a lot stronger than the hull, which is about 1/8 of an inch. All right, let's call that good. Actually, I think it started coming down for us. So what we want to do is push this down into level position and then cool this down. So we'll get you to do that, and I'll get some spray alcohol. We'll just mist it, or some water, and we'll cool it down real quick. Outside in the top secret test facility, this 212 is being a real biatch. This is fully submerged trim.
Decided it didn't want to be a submarine anymore, and now it's just a boat.
I mean, granted, we replaced the batteries, but it's missing like a half a pound of foam. It's ridiculous. So Logan's got some weights, and we're gonna try and place them on the boat somewhere where it makes sense. Cycle the ballast a few times, make sure the trim is correct, and then figure out where the heck we're gonna put it, if that's the case. Something's weird. There should be like half ounces of difference between the new batteries and the old batteries, and they're up front. It's rising and submerging on a perfectly even keel. Well, I mean, it's floating at perfect waterline in surface trim. Okay, bring her down. Okay, I think there's just a little bit of air trapped under the hull there. This is good. We'll take this for submerged trim. Nice and safe. The problem is, this is all the lead that we need to put in there. I don't know, I've never heard it beep before. Could be the ESC. You know, those batteries could be low. And we'll charge them back up again, but because we're gonna have to find room for all that now. Yeah, Engel systems, they're backwards, so they rise when you're above the water and they go down when you're under. It's all weird. All right, back to the shop. We'll jam some lead in there and see what we can do. This will have to go in the back here somewhere because the waterproof compartment goes all the way up to here. All right, back to the bench. Okay, this is going to be the first time that this boat has been in the water under my ownership. In theory, it should be pretty close. I didn't do too much to it, so let's see where it floats. Just about bangish on. Maybe a little high in the nose. Or low in the tail, however you want to look at it. But that's not bad. I mean, I would certainly live with that. Okay, let's fire up our radio here. And I'll grab the top secret turner oner thingy majigger. I think it's here. Or here.
Low warning.
Yep, that's got her. Okay. We've got power. Now let's see what happens when we flood the tanks. Now these fleet boats are really notorious for trapping air because they got this flat deck and there's a lot of surface tension in there, so sometimes you got to break the surface tension. think we're going to need to add some weight. So we've got, what is that? 1 3/4 ounces up front and a 1/2 ounce, no, 1 ounce in the back. 2.5 up front.
3.5.
3.5 up front. And 1 in the back. All right, let's see what happens when we bring it up. I can't remember if I connected the air hose. And it's listing probably because we've got so much weight up really high. Well, yeah, it came right up out of the water. It just took a minute to break that tension. Okay, so what we need to do, open up the hull, find a spot for the weight. It should be fairly easy because front and back is all open. And then we'll throw it back in there. All right, we've got the weight installed. Now we're gonna see what it does after we've got it installed, just make sure that everything is still working. So surface trim, it's probably got like a 1 degree list to port. I'm not overly worried. Down we go. Certainly it dives a lot faster than it surfaces. Nice. Oh yeah. We're on, we're in the pool, we're gonna see what happens. The stupid jets keep pushing it around. And it's too much of a pain to turn them off, but I'm gonna do the best I can. It's not fully surfaced right now. There we go. It's a nice stately speed. Oh, look at that turn. Oh yeah, baby. So it's kind of a good thing to have your pre-mission even when you're just testing, because the poor Gato was just doing his best to show off all its stuff for us, and it was at like its last legs of battery. It was at like 7 volts on a 12-volt battery, which was why it was moving really, really slowly. So we've got it on the charger. It's feeling a lot better. Nickel metal hydride batteries. Hopefully after she gets a little top up, she'll feel a little better. Hi guys. Jason helped me put some chairs together, and now we're going to be doing some actual submarine stuff in a second, but I wanted to show you a cool little boat that you probably be interested in. Okay, so it's not that little. This is 48th scale. Fiberglass hull. I'm not sure of the manufacturer. It could be DK Miniatures, I guess, or I'm not sure if Scale Shipyard did a 48 scale. But the cool thing about this boat is got the extended wintergarten, and you don't see that around too much. So it's got the 3 anti-aircraft guns on there, like a flak boat or whatever you want to call it. So super unique and obviously very, very robust. Top comes off really nicely, actually. I think you just slide it forward. I think it's forward. And then it just comes right off. And this was set up previously as a dry hull boat, but this would be really easy to obviously just knock the bulkheads out, and you could drop a cylinder in. Or just put a little watertight box, you know, and run some brushless motors in the wet. You can see the drive shafts and everything are all in there. The linkages are all run.
We've got some gears back here for the
for the
rudders and whatnots. Grease ports.
Yeah, interesting seals, grease zerts to grease the linkages for the rudders and dive planes. But I mean, use your imagination. It would be a great thing. This is going to get listed up here today. So may or may not be available on Friday when I do my video, but somebody's got to take this thing. It's super cool. Make it a surface runner at least, guys.
Yeah.
That would look awesome. Really, really good.
And try to get some nice weathering on it. And streakies going on.
Streaky. So I've got weights in the battery compartment, which is fine. It's good. Got room for the batteries. They're last one's getting charged up. But this is all the weight that we need to put in here. And this is the room that we have to work with. Can't do anything back here because of the linkages. Can't put anything here because that's a bulkhead. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to do some thinking there. Mount it to the door, and then the door will fall off. That'll be fun. I think maybe I'll just glue it on the bottom like that. Howard will be fine with that.
Just glue it to the rotors and the.
Yeah, here we go. One on either side. Little stability, extra stabilities.
You'll never notice.
Okay, I got it in there. You can't see it. It's really hard, but it's in there on either side. And then this, I got one. I had to put one on the door. So hopefully that stays on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, in theory, we are ready to rock for test part 2.
Be a tray, quadruple tray.
Check this trim out, people. That is perfect neutral buoyancy at full tank. Okay, let's bring it up, and we're gonna throw it in the big pool. And if it works, we're never, ever, ever gonna see it again. Come back. Come back. Okay. This is the final time. For sure, right? Okay, here we go. Into the pool. In service trim. We have rudder. We have throttle. Oh, that's like 1/3 throttle. Oh, look at that thing turn. I'm going to go through the secret channel. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Whoa, Jesus. Whoa. The water.
But
Nice.
look how that blue looks
I know.
in that darker water.
So the test went awesome, with one minor exception. This came out like a missing tooth. And because it's coming up on fall, we got nothing but leaves in the bottom of my pool. So finding a little tiny black triangle is going to be like searching a haystack for a needle. Do you guys see it? You see it in here? So, let's recap. We'll start with a 212. It went perfect, really.
Yeah, this thing is massively fast in the water.
We're going to need to cap the throttle, I think, at 40 to 50%.
Yeah.
Because that prop was strong enough to tilt the boat sideways on its side.
And then dive straight down.
Or up or whatever direction. So yeah, it got lots of reserve torqueses in the trunk. Super easy to do. It'll take half a second with the transmitter. Broken piece. I'll have to talk to Howard about that. I don't want to do anything more with this boat.
Yeah, well, hopefully you run the pool robot.
Yeah.
Fixes it.
Yeah, I got my pool robot combing the depths, and hopefully she
Fingers crossed.
will retrieve it. Gato. Right here. That did actually really well too. Where did we leave off with that?
I think we just also have to do is glue down some
Glue the weights.
some weights that are kind of floating around. In
All
there.
the weights are just loose, rolling around inside. So we took it out carefully. It's trimmed perfectly. A few little drips of glue, and that'll be good. I'm gonna let it dry. I'm gonna do a little bit of extra weathering on it, and then this is gonna go up on the website.
Beautiful boat.
It's super cool. All right, 2 successful boats. Thursday morning, got lots done yesterday. Knocked out 2 boats, that 2-on-2, which would have been worth it just to get that done. But we also finished up the Gato, which we're going to be doing a video on a little bit later, overview video. Get that thing listed up if anybody interested in a beautiful Gato submarine. Starting the day out though, we splashed some paint on ATRAGON. Want to show you how it turned out. So this is ATRAGON. Now, Logan did a super splash job on the paint. We just wanted to kind of get an idea about what it would look like with some color on it. And I mean, the dyed planes are wedged in with toothpicks, and everything's just sitting on top, and like this is all loose. Let's put that back where that belongs. And the tail fins are held on with tape, but you get the idea. These are actually all rigged up, by the way, for working. This is what it is, 63 inches in length, all ABS glass reinforced construction. Should be super cool. I mean, again, ignore the splash paint job, the rattle can paint job. I mean, you know, taking some time to properly address the seams and everything. This thing will clean up to look absolutely amazing, and it will turn heads at the pond for sure. What do you think?
It's definitely very different from anything we've done before. Very different silhouette.
Yeah, but I think, and I'm not even sure where it would sit, but you know, if you could get the water line up around the scuppers or something, that would be super cool. And they're level, they're all in line, so that could be, you know, a water line. Might be a little aggressive, but still, you know, get those gun turrets swiveling. I've talked to a couple of people that are like, oh, I want to make the saw blades work. But of course, that's ridiculous, because if they were circles, they would the bottom would stick out the bottom and they would all hit. So they have to be chainsaws. It's the only way it would work. So kudos to anybody that wants to attempt that.
Unless you mount them like way up high.
Yeah. Reduce the diameter or something, you know. This is correct, though. This is the correct radii based on the drawings and such. And, of course, got to get this thing working. Rig that up on a separate speed controller so you could adjust the speed. And, apparently, I've never seen it. You know, it would be fun. We were talking about B-rated movies. We should pull up ATRAGON. I think it was 1965 or 3 or something like that. We would probably laugh our asses off, I would assume. But apparently there was a laser in the nose, so you could put one of those little, you know, laser diodes in there, 3-volt lasers. I think I have one somewhere.
What didn't this thing have? It has jets, it has chainsaws.
It flies, it goes underwater, it goes through the ground. I'm not sure, did it go into space? It probably went into space.
Could have been super ATRAGON that went to space.
I don't know. At any rate, we're gonna strip it all down, pack it up, get it the heck out of here. And after we're done boxing up ATRAGON, we are going to try and find this missing triangle. It's like literally this big. From the bottom of the pool. Hopefully Rhonda found it. If not, we may need to try and fabricate something. The project that will never die. Then it's going to get boxed up. Howard may be sending me another box. I don't know. Regardless, eventually, it will find its way out of my shop. Gratefully. Got to go through this Type VII. We're just going to pretend it's not here right now. Don't even look at it. We're going to throw some paint on this bad boy. Make him look good. It's going to make a good 4 to 5 foot display model. You know, whoever put it together took some, you know, they did interesting things in putting it together. Let's just say that. So, there's some spots that, when you get up close aren't perfect, but if you're 4 or 5 feet away, this would be absolutely gorgeous. So, hey, up on the shelf in your office, display model, super cool. And we're going to crack into this thing, get the figures glued in, get it boxed up, get it out today. Aggressive schedule, people. We got lots to do and a little time to do it. Outside by the top secret test facility, and we are picking through the detritus. We're going to see if we can find Howard's missing chunk of plastic, which I would say the odds are... Wait, what's this? No. Dang it. Look what we found! That's good. I probably saved half an hour's worth of work. Logan's working on his airbrushing skills. Looks like a different boat now. So much better. So once you're done, you just got to go through and catch all the areas that you...
Oh, I was just going over the exact scenes.
Oh, yeah, no, do it all.
This whole boat's going to be like 4 shades darker.
Yeah. Yeah, no, doing a good job, though. Really good. Jason's learning the finer points of torpedo manufacturing. We're quality testing our launcher right now for an order we got.
I mean, anytime you get to play with butane is a good day.
Yes. We're looking for leaks. All right, we're going to see if we pull out our stopper. Should go a little... There we go.
Functional torpedo launchers.
Torpedoes. Now we just got to box it all up and ship it to the dude with the dude that's got the dude.
Let's get the monies.
Friday, end of the week, and we are wrapping up 2 Nauitilusisis. Logan's finishing up one, and I just finished up the other. Let's take a look. So this, I can't believe this is the same boat, honestly. It looks really good. Logan toned down the bright yellow floodlights with some white to make it look like it's shining. And we got some scupper drainage. And now you're doing what?
Adding rust streaking. Using a little bit of a wash.
Yeah, what's that product we're using? I don't even know.
Enamel wash.
Enamel wash from Ammo. I got that at a trade show with a weathering kit. So it's really watery. So just put a little drop right here or something so people can see how it flows. It's pretty cool. So it's just like water, and it flows into the cracks. And obviously it looks shiny now, but when it dries, all that's left is the color. And we just want little tiny hints of it, just to add a little bit of visual interest, break up the matte color. So Logan's knocking that out. This will be done. We're gonna offer this to somebody. That terrible stern, it looks way better now. I mean, if you get close, obviously you can tell something was going on, but you call this a solid 4-foot boat. From 4 feet away, it looks awesome. Got a new prop over there we're going to install once we finish everything else. And we got stands printed. Those are over there, which are the same ones that we knocked out for the EFX boat over there. Speaking of which, let's go take a look at that. So this was my personal EFX limited edition Nautilus. When you get these from EFX, they're just gray, like metallic gray. I completely weathered it, rusted it, got it all upgraded, added LED lights in the alligators. And what we did for this customer is we've added the crew, which I don't know if you can see them or not. Yeah, there they are. Looks super good. And all of the heroes in the salon. It's pretty awesome. I really like this this boat. So it's done. We're gonna pack it up in its original EFX shipping crate and get it shipped off to the customer in France. Wrapping up for the day. Well, a lot done this week. Maybe not as much as I wanted, but not bad. Now, my parents are coming down from Canada next week, which means I'm probably only going to be working like part days, but there are a couple of things that I really want to get done. I want to get all the lighting done for the Nautilus. I want to get that video done for the lighting and everything. So the final chapter will be paint and weathering. So chapter 3 should be done hopefully next week, barring untold circumstances. Then we're going to get that Gato back on the bench again, get some progress going with that. Anxious to finish that one up. But look what we got on the bench here. You guys remember this thing? It was just in the garage. We moved it in here. We were doing a little cleanup, getting it all ship shape and ready for a new owner. I need to get rid of this, guys. The stand doesn't go with it. That's for runner, which I've got upstairs waiting on attention there. But this is the SN316 that I built earlier, and I told you guys I'm blowing this out. This sold originally for $9,000 1 year ago. $4,500 right now out the door as is. Take it away. It's all yours. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous, people. Come on now. Massive value in this. I'm talking with a couple of people from overseas. One of them might want it as a display model, and the other one to run it in Lake Como, Italy. But nobody stepped up. You got to step up. Money talks. So if you want it, it's still available. Hit me up. Let me know right away. We'll hook you up. So with that, we're rounding out another week here at the Dry Docks. I appreciate you joining in with all of the fun. Look for more next week. Make sure you subscribe. Helps a lot. Drop your comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. With that, we're going to wrap it up. You guys have an awesome rest of your day. This is Bob Martin, the RCSubGuy with the Nautilus Dry Docks. We'll catch you next time.